Hi, and welcome to the fourth part of our Jin Kazama breakdown. In this episode, we'll be looking at his wall game, rage moves, punishment, and combos. Rage art. Back +1/+2. High and safe on block, but you can just duck on activation to launch punish. At 13 frames, one of the fastest rage arts in the game, which means you can block punish moves like hop kick. Rage drive. Crouch dash +1/+2, 3-1. This turns Jin's wind hook fist into a jailing high mid string. The second hit comes out quite slowly though, so the wind hook fist can still be ducked and launched, or sidestep right. This considerably buffs his combo damage, as Jin can now get close to 50% even without walls. And with walls, over 60%. On block, the first two hits are safe, but leave Jin at a heavy disadvantage. He can try to interrupt retaliation by finishing the string, in which case sidestep left and launch punish. On block, it's instead recommended to hold down forward to go into a crouch dash at a massive advantage. At +14, Jin can easily beat out retaliation, as well as any attempts to sidestep. So use this opportunity to initiate a crouch dash mix-up. Overall, with rage, Jin's block punishment and combo damage go way up. So what you effectively have is a mini Kazuya with incredible pokes right at the end of the round. This means that even when the chips are down with Jin, he's an even bigger threat than before. Wall game. Jin has a powerful set of highs and mids to pressure with at the wall. Electric wind hook fist. At +5, this is already threatening enough at mid-range, but with no pushback and backdash no longer an option, this becomes even more intimidating. Refer to the wave dash mix-up section regarding your options on block. 2-4 is a 10-frame high that wall splats and is safe on block, though this can be stepped to either direction. Forward +1/+2 is a more damaging 14-frame high that also wall splats and is safe on block. This is very hard to step to the right, Jin's weak side, since the second punch will often catch you. It is easily steppable to the left, however. Down forward 1-4 is Jin's fastest mid wall splat. It will also catch sidestep right, which is Jin's weak side. This can normally be stepped to the left, though you really shouldn't against Jin, but at +5, for example after a blocked electric wind hook fist, it cannot be stepped at all. Down forward 1-4 is safe on block, but can be ducked. Back +4 is another safe on block mid option. It's a little slower than down forward 1-4, but has better range. It can be stepped to the right, but cannot be stepped after electric wind hook fist on block, or down back 4 on hit. Down 1, another safe mid. This is slow, but goes under jabs. Not immediately though, so along with down forward 1-4, is a good option if you think the opponent will jab after a blocked electric wind hook fist. Also like down forward 1, it will catch sidestep right, Jin's weakness, but will lose to sidestep left. Down back 4 can be used to continuously apply pressure on the opponent. This can be stepped to the right, but only by characters with better than average sidestep, such as Lily or Alisa. Again, refer to the previous section in top moves to understand all your options on hit. Just note that you should replace 2-1 with 2-4, as you can get a wall splat from it. 4 is your tracking option. If you feel the opponent will step in either direction, use this for a wall splat. back 1 to forward 2,
or just forward forward 2.
a very powerful tool to use at the wall since it is now completely safe on block and has huge range. Beware opponents who try to sidestep right, however. Back 1 to 1-2. A hit confirmable, damaging, wall splatting mid-mid string from a stance that high crushes, so this is a very scary option. Easily steppable to the left, which opponents shouldn't really do against Jin, but can be sidewalked right. This is uninterruptible if the second hit isn't delayed, but is unsafe on block, so make sure you hit confirm. The second hit, if delayed, can be stepped to the right, which generally only higher level opponents will try, in which case down forward 1-4 will catch them. Back 1 to 3. Another strong mid-wall splatting option. This is slower than the previous CDS option, but is safe on block and fully tracks in both directions. After a successful wall splat, here are your combo options. 2, down back 2-2-3.
A solid damaging combo with some decent Okizeme afterwards as well. Beware that this will go straight through Kuma because of his silly hitbox. 1-2-3 to a guaranteed down 4.
Slightly easier to land than the first combo, but does 1 point less damage, and you also have slightly less time to set up Okizeme.
Your only consistent wall combo option against characters with weird hitboxes like Kuma. 3-1 to back plus 2-1. Less damaging than the previous two combos, but gives you much more time for Okizeme. This will again go straight through Kuma. Certain moves such as while standing 2, CDS 1+2, and down 3-4 will give you a high wall splat. In this case, you can add a bit of damage by simply tacking on 3-1 before your standard combo. Backdash down 3-4 to resplat, and whatever combo of your choice. This is slightly more damaging, but unfortunately quite inconsistent unless you're directly flush to the wall, so generally not worth it. Another somewhat inconsistent method of tacking on some extra damage is sidestep left or right to 3-1 to whatever combo. This only works on stages with straight walls, and again, I don't generally recommend it.
After a wall splat, forward 4 or back 1 to forward 4 is a good option to continue mid pressure, and also catches opponents who stay on the floor, tech rolls to both sides, and if performed immediately after the down back 2-2-3 wall splat combo, will also beat quick spring. However, if the opponent stays on the floor and does a get up kick, it will beat this out.
In which case just backdash to an easy width punish to another wall splat. Or keep them in check with forward 4 or down forward 1, or any mid. Alternatively, take out all the guesswork with the Okizeme combo 3-1 to back 2-1, which will give you enough time to do a forward 4. In this situation, the opponent's only option not to take any more damage is to simply stand and block, which will grant Jin frame advantage.
Forward 3-3. Another slow mid which is +6 on block, meaning down forward 1 or 4 can stuff rage art attempts. Though, if the opponent techs to the right, this will miss. This also doesn't hit grounded, but you can use this to your advantage. If the opponent stays on the floor and tries to wait this out to hit it with a get up kick, you can simply complete the string and get an easy wall splat. Be wary though that the extension is -14 on block.
Another good option after a wall combo is CDS. CDS 4 hits low and grounded. Once they start trying to get up to block this, go for CDS 1-2. Again, these options can't be interrupted if your wall combo is 3-1, back 2-1. Punishment. Jin has some of the best block punishment tools in the game from both standing and crouching. Jin's 10-frame punishes are particularly strong. His 2-4 is damaging and leads to a knockdown or wall splat, while his 2-1 gives you +6 on hit, which is huge. Unfortunately, Jin has something of a T-Rex arm problem with his strings stemming from 2. Basically, the range is very short, so sometimes you might miss completely. Stupid T-Rex arms. In which case, you should go for his jab strings stemming from 1. 1-2 is his generic string, and on hit, the 3 extension can't be jabbed or sidestepped anymore. 1-3 is an interesting string in that you have 2 options by either holding forward or back afterwards. Forward takes him into CDS stance, and even on hit most of his options can be jabbed out, in which case, yeah, you could go for CDS2 or the riskier CDS4, but as mentioned before, CDS isn't the best offensive stance, so I don't really recommend this transition. 1-3 back, however, is a decent option against players who tend to throw out big panic moves, or if you just want to create space. After hitting the opponent with this string, do a backdash while looking for any big whiffs, in which case, just launch punish. Jin doesn't have anything for -11, but at -12 he has 1+2, which is only 1 point more damaging than 2-4, and has even worse range and is unsafe on block in case you mess up, so I don't really recommend it, other than for moves which recover crouching. For long range -12 punishment, use forward 3. At -13, Jin can punish with down forward 1-4, standing 4, and if he has rage, his rage art. Again, if you're in range, you might just want to stick to 2-4, but down forward 1-4 and standing 4 both lead to the new spin state animation, which gives Jin a huge amount of frame advantage, albeit with some pushback. Although there are no guaranteed follow-ups since the opponent can still block. After standing 4, you have so much advantage that even if you throw out forward 4 afterwards and the opponent is mashing jab, they won't get counter hit because the jab doesn't even have enough time to start up. In which case, just counter hit fish with down back 4. Having said that, the majority of players won't be pressing buttons after a spin state, so it's a good opportunity to go in for a wave dash mix-up. At -14, Jin can launch with electric wind hook fist, but the execution is insanely difficult, especially in a real match. Forward +1/+2 is an underrated punishment tool. It's damaging, leads to a knockdown or wall splat, and has decent range. Down forward 3-3 leaves Jin at a massive +8 right in the opponent's face. As with 1-3, you can choose to hop back or transition to CDS, but it's recommended you go in and take advantage of those plus frames. The CDS transition is quite useful here since the hit confirmable, highly delayable mid-mid 1-2 string cannot be stepped or jabbed after down forward 3-3 hits, so it's a good way to apply pressure. You can also punish with 3-1, but it's kind of pointless. At -15, Jin can launch with down 3-4, which is his most damaging option. It is very unsafe though, so if you're not confident in your punish, try up forward 4, which is less damaging and is still punishable, but at least it's not launch punishable. For long range punishes, go for back 2-1. At -16, Jin can also punish long range with forward 4. After transitioning to CDS, 1-2 again cannot be interrupted or stepped here. Let's look at Jin's crouching punishment now. At -11, he just has your generic while standing 4, so nothing special here. At -13, Jin has access to while standing 1-2,
which does a decent bit of damage, leaves the opponent in crouching, and can also transition to CDS. Unfortunately, most options can be beat out if the opponent is mashing on while standing 4, in which case just sidestep and launch punish with Electric Wind Hook Fist. You're now free to pressure with CDS 1-2. At -14, Jin's while standing 2 is one of the best crouching punishment tools in the game. Fast, has a reliable hitbox, and leads to more damaging combos than usual. This can really turn the tide in Jin's favor in certain matchups. At -25, for when you block hugely unsafe sweeps, Jin's most damaging launcher is generic Jumping 4. Let's now take a look at Jin's combo possibilities. Note, this isn't meant to be an exhaustive list. Instead, we'll focus on his most practical and flexible combos, as well as how to adapt them on the fly if needed. Jin's standard bread and butter combo, which can be performed from most of his main combo starters, is back 3 to back 3 tap forward to CDS 1, 4 to initiate the screw, a deep dash in, back 3, tap forward, CDS 1, 2. Remember to make the dash as deep as possible, otherwise the last hit in the combo will whiff. This can be performed after while standing 2, up forward 4, down 3, 4, forward forward 3, crouch dash 1, CDS 1+2, generic jumping 4, counter hit down forward 4, and counter hit down back 4. If you see that a wall is coming near, replace the end of the combo after the screw with a back 2-1. Then dash in and do your wall combo. If you hit the wall with a regular combo, do note that you don't have much time to dash in, so you may have to settle for just a down back 2-2-3 or a back 2-1. The back 2-1 does less damage, but is more consistent and gives better Okizeme. After while standing 2, CDS 1+2, and counter hit down forward 4, Jin has enough time to go for alternative, more damaging combos. Jump forward 4, back 3 CDS 1, 4 to initiate screw, dash in, back 3 to CDS 1, 2. This is slightly easier than the next combo, but a bit less damaging. The other option is Electric Wind Hook Fist, back forward 2-3, tap forward CDS, 3 to initiate the screw, dash forward, back 3, tap forward CDS 1-2. This is a bit more challenging, but does 1 point more damage. After counter hit forward 4, Jin has a variety of combos depending on whether he goes in with the CDS transition or not. If he doesn't opt for the CDS transition, dash in, then crouch dash in, while standing 4, back 2-1, 1-2-4 to initiate the screw, then wave dash in and forward forward 2. If he does go for the CDS transition, he can either go for a simple 3 to initiate the screw, dash in back 3 tap forward CDS 1-2. This is also the staple you should use after counter hit back 3 to CDS. If you don't transition back 3 to CDS, simply replace the screw move at the beginning with down forward 1-4. Back to forward 4, if you're in the habit of crouch dash cancelling, which is a good habit, just go for his staple bread and butter combo,
which will do more damage and has longer wall carry. After Electric Wind Hook Fist, Counter Hit Wind Hook Fist, Counter Hit Crouch Dash 3, and Counter Hit CDS 3, you have a few options. The easiest combo is to dash in, back 3, CDS 1, back 3, CDS 1, 2. Slightly more damaging is Crouch Dash in, to a regular Wind Hook Fist, back 2, 1, down back 2, 2, 3. You can make this a little more damaging by replacing the Wind Hook Fist with a manual CDS entry with down 1, 2 to CDS 3, 4. In order to make the 3, 4 connect, you have to wait just a little bit after transitioning to CDS, otherwise the flying kick will go over the opponent. Since the timing can be quite tricky and this only does 1 point more damage, I don't generally recommend it. This combo also won't connect after Counter Hit Crouch Dash 3 or Counter Hit CDS 3. If you see a wall coming, again you can just end the combo with back 2, 1, or in the case of the back 3 CDS 1 combo, end with back 3 CDS 1 and 2. After a Crouch Dash 4, you have two options. The more consistent but less damaging one is back 2, 1, 4 to initiate the screw, then dash in, down back 2, 2, 3. The more damaging but slightly harder combo is back forward 2, 3, CDS 3 to initiate the screw, then dash in, down back 2, 2, 3. Note that since the opponent is back turned, you cannot get a wall combo. On Forgotten Realm, the stage with the floor breaks, Jin can buff the damage of his 1+2 throw and Crouch Dash 4. Jin's 1+2 throw will cause a floor break. Once you land on the lower floor, standing 4 to initiate a screw, dash forward, back 3, forward CDS 1, back 3, forward CDS 1, 2, and end with a wall combo if you can. After a Crouch Dash 4 combo, instead of ending with down back 2, 2, 3, end with down back 2, 3, and on the bottom floor, hit them with a forward 4. Unfortunately, Jin can't increase the damage of his staple combos unless he hits a wall. In which case, after a wall splat, hit the opponent with a down forward 4 to initiate the floor break, then on the lower level, go for any wall combo of your choosing. If Jin has Rage, his max damage combo is to simply initiate a screw state as soon as possible and then go into Rage Drive. With most moves this will be a standing 4, however with while standing 2, counter hit down forward 4, and CDS 1+2, you can get it a down back 3 for a little bit more damage. With Crouch Dash 4, do a back 2, 1 before performing a Rage Art. And just to finish off this combo section, let's fully list Jin's screw and floor break moves. Screw starters are standing 4, 2, 4, down forward 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, and down back 3. Floor break moves are 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, down forward 4, while standing 1, 2, and down back 2, 3, which leaves the opponent face down, reducing your combo potential afterwards. Thank you for watching part 4 of our Jin Kazama breakdown. Only one more section to go, and that's the roundup and anti-strats to beat Jin. A huge thanks to our super subscribers over on Patreon. Contributions will help us to get these videos out more frequently. Thank you again for watching, take care, and see you next time.